And go.
Hi, my name is... Take two. Hi, my name is Tori Schwarz, and I am a part-time adventure guide. I think what sparked my interest in being an adventure guide would be some of the professors that I had in college. I started in archaeology, and I met some people who introduced me to the outdoor recreation program we had at Georgia Southern, and doing that, we did a lot of outdoor adventure programs, and I didn't know that you can actually be a guide doing that. And I had somebody who worked for the company I worked for the year before I did, and they talked about it all the time, and I got really into, the outdoor scene and applied, got the job, and worked my first season 2 seasons ago. My first season was amazing. I did so many cool things. I hiked as much as I could while I was out there, not only on trips, in my spare time as well. And it was in a beautiful place. It's the Greater Yellowstone ecosystem, so it's Wyoming. And Wyoming is home to 2 national parks. It's Grand Teton National Park and Yellowstone National Park. And if you haven't got out there before, you should, because it's an incredible place. We do sea kayaking on Jackson Lake and Grand Teton. We kayak out to a private island. No one else can camp there. And we're camping under the Milky Way. At nighttime, the clouds are right. You can see the Milky Way galaxy. And the mountains are silhouetted, and it's just an incredible, beautiful place. And then Yellowstone is one of the most, it's got the most volcanic activity right here. Hot spots everywhere, geysers, and the wildlife is awesome. Bears, elk, moose. I've seen wolves, and that's something pretty special that you don't see every day. But it's definitely a beautiful and magical place that I want to keep going back to for as many years as I can. So the whole purpose and the whole idea behind having the Sprinter van was a cabin on wheels, I guess if you could say, for me and my dog to live in while I worked as a guide out in Wyoming. My first season working there, I was living in guide housing, and it was really difficult, to have your own space out there. And I couldn't really, go traveling, I guess, as much as I would have liked to while I was out there, and I knew I definitely couldn't have my dog in that guide housing. In the end, it came down to money, and it was cheaper for me to get this van and convert it myself, whereas I would have had to get a new car and then a trailer or a camper and, fix that up. So it was definitely much more feasible for me to get a Sprinter van and convert it myself. I took a lot of people from Instagram and took their ideas, followed some of their plans, and converted that into something that was the right fit for me, what I would need, the space I would need, the compartments I would need, and for me and my dog. And that's why I'm living in a Sprinter van now. I work a seasonal job, so I worked from May till, mid-September. And during that time, I'm working, incredible hours, and I'm building up all this experience, and I'm saving a lot of money because I'm not paying rent because I'm living in the van. And I'm not really traveling and spending money on food while I'm living in the van. I'm in one spot. So once that summer season's over, I go back. My home base is in Atlanta, where my parents are at, and they have been super generous in letting me stay with them. Previous to my last season, I had a work job, just part-time, trying to save up money to come out for the summer. But now that I'm back, I'm trying to find that balance again. What am I going to do between now and the next season to save up some money? So I'll probably do a little part-time work here and there, and as soon as I can, I'm going to get back out on the road and do what I love. Now, with converting the van, the limitations were my dreams might be a little too big, Not everybody can have a TV that comes out of, the side, and I don't know, all that electronic work. So there are some limitations in what I could do with the van. I had a lot of help from my dad, so I'm really thankful. He showed me how to use power tools and all sorts of, woodworking techniques, building out this whole thing, and I'm very thankful for that. But there were still some things that he's working every day or he's, gone for work, so I had to figure out how to do it the way that I could be able to do it. I'm short, I am not the strongest person, so that would limit me there. And then I also had a lot of strange comments from people, limitations about, well, you're so tiny, what are you doing driving that big thing? Oh, that's a diesel engine. Like, come on, people. My ultimate goals, I would say, for living in the van would be to do it as long as I can. I see myself doing this for the next couple of years at least. I'd like to continue with the seasonal, work where I'm guiding in the summertime and maybe coming back doing some part-time work in the winter. But I definitely want to see as much of this continent as I can. I'd like to go up to Alaska one day. So I'm definitely going to try to travel as much as I can while I can before I settle down. With the van, it gives me a lot of time where I can drive around and find that place that I want to call home. There's many places I've called home, but you have to find that right one where you're going to be totally happy. And so that's what I'm searching for. So for, the people who say, well, I could never do that, well, you can do it. You can get out there. Your life is what you make it, and you can do whatever you want to do. Yes, there are limitations that everybody's going to face in their life, but if you put those to the side and if there's something you really want to do, just go out there and do it. Everything can be put on hold. Everything will be there. Everything will continue on. Life moves on, and you want to make the most of it while you can. And that's what I'm doing. My name is Tori Schwarz, and this has been my experience. My name is Tori Schwarz, and I approve this message. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Okay.